Back in early August, Linus Tech Tips helped my former colleague David auction off a large portion of his massive retro video games collection. Thankfully, it was a local-only auction, so I didn't have to compete with the full global fan base of LTT fans. And I, of course, wanted to see if I could win some PlayStation stuff, so in this video, I'm just going to quickly show you what I got from this LTT auction. I wanted to make this video sooner, but I was actually flying out for vacation the day after the weekend of these auctions was happening, and you had to pick up in person, so it was a bit stressful, and I probably would have bid on a few more things, but the end dates of each item was actually staggered over the weekend, so it was only some of the items that were finishing early in the weekend that I was able to bid on. Anyways, enough of that, let's look at what I got. Here's the full gamut of all of the PS1 games that I got, and let's just take a look at the condition of these one at a time. This is probably the coolest thing. This is a tall box of Warhawk, which I think was a launch title or close to a launch title. That's why it had this unique box, because the typical PS1 jewel case wasn't quite established by the time this came out. I might keep this just because it's so unique. Here it is against a typical jewel case. Only a few months ago, I actually learned that Warhawk was a PS1 game, and this PS3 game is kind of a reimagining of the Warhawk name. Warhawk on PS3 actually came bundled with the PS3 when I bought that, but this is pretty cool anyways. I feel like I'll probably keep this one just because of the unique box. It might be cool for future videos and referencing and stuff. And here is Gran Turismo 2. It's the 2-disc case. It's got an arcade mode disc and a simulation mode disc. Pretty good condition. And here's a copy of Gran Turismo 1, which is also a double case, but this game only has one disc. I already have a copy of this, so I'll probably just pick the one that's in better condition. And here's a copy of Bug's Life. This jewel case is pretty busted, the hinge is broken. Soviet Strike. This jewel case is also kind of busted. FIFA 2000, this is actually in pretty good shape. Need for Speed High Stakes, this is also in very good condition. I think the oldest Need for Speed that I've played was like Need for Speed Carbon, so it'd be interesting to try this out and see a very early version of this long-running series. And here's a copy of NHL 2000, which also, oddly enough, I already have a copy of. I get a physical copy of NHL every 5 years or so, so similar to Gran Turismo, I'll probably just be picking out the one that's better condition for my personal collection. And here is Cool Borders 2. This is a classic PS1 sports game. Jewel case is also broken on this. This game was actually on the PlayStation Classic. Here is Madden 2000 with the man himself on the cover. And the back artwork and the spine on this case is missing. Siphon Filter 2. So this is another double case. The hinges are not broken. Got 2 discs here. I've never played any Siphon Filter games, so that might be cool to check out. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I never actually played this. I had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on PS1, and then I had 4 on PS2. And I did try out the new remaster that came out a few years ago either. I was never super into it though. I much more preferred the more recent like simulator type games like Session or Skate. But this case is in really good condition. This is Invasion from Beyond. This is a pretty banged up case, no front manual. But the back and the spine are there. Cool Borders 3, also missing the front manual, but we got the box and the spine. And lastly, we got this cool little case. This is a third-party memory card, which came with this cool jewel case that can hold up to 4 PS1 memory cards. Doesn't seem to fit this other third-party memory card that I have, but it fits official ones and whatever brand came with this. So that's a neat little package. But yeah, that's the haul of PS1 games that I got in the auction. I bought a few other things at the same time, but I don't think they were actually part of David's collection in the LTT auction. They just happened to be on the auction website at the same time I was looking. But I got one other PlayStation related thing that I will probably touch on in a future video. So I've been talking about stuff I want to keep for my personal collection. I'm probably going to trade in a lot of these items just because I don't have a lot of space. I made a whole video about that. But there's a few PS1 games that I would like to keep for nostalgic reasons or kind of cool novelty reasons. And I never actually mentioned the price. I paid $40 for all of these games, and then I did go to one local games shop and they quoted me $55 for trading them all in. So not a bad haul overall, and I'll need to get some quotes from some other stores to see if they have the games that I actually want to trade towards. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And let me know down below if you won anything from this auction, or if there's any cool pickups that you got in any auction really.